on, folks? Larry Trades here. Uh, just want to get on here and make a video, kind of go over a recap of the two trades I took today. I just took two trades and go over the daily chart that I have up here right now. I made a video. It's been, it was back, it was last Friday. But anyways, I had drew this trend line. We were still under the trend line. And I said I was looking for it to pop up, pull back, and take off. And my goal was to be over in here, at these highs. I was looking for 2265, 2270 was what I was shooting for. And today we get 2271. We was only off by $1, which that's pretty good. And then after hours, it's actually pushed on up. It's at 2369, 2370. I mean, it's still pushing, but now that was the plan I had, that the market was going to push up. And now that it hit my area that I was looking for, I'm going to have to reassess my plan or strategy, whatever you want to call it, what I was looking for. So we got to take into consideration that tomorrow and Friday there is news coming out at 8:30. You got durable goods month over month and a GDP growth quarter over quarter. And you got a Fed Chair Powell speech at 9:20. So it just depends. Let me go back to this other screen, top right. Personally, if it keeps pushing, it's going to be hard to play. On the daily chart, we do have a pivot point up here at, we'll call it 2640. That is a pretty good way. It's 280 points from where we're at. It's not an unrealistic goal, but this run right here it gets tired. It's like you going outside and running. You eventually get tired and you got to rest for a minute. So what I would like to see where it's maybe this good run right here, I would like to see it pull back and catch its breath and then take back off. And I would like to see it push up here to all time, a new high. But I would like to see it pull back to about, we'll say 19,950, right in that area. I'd like to see it pull back to that. But like I said, the NASDAQ is funny with the news and stuff. So we will see what tomorrow brings at 8:30 in the morning. It's either going to push it higher or it's going to kill it. It's going to drop. But I would like to see it pull back. But as for the trades, let's go back to this other screen. And I'm a little late tonight making this video. Like I said, I've been off work this week and my body's clock's messed up anyways. But tonight, after hours, it's pushing. You can see it's still pushing up. But I don't put a lot of faith in that because it's low volume. All your banks and hedge funds and all the people that really push the markets in bed right now. But today, this morning, when the market opened, and this is on a 1-minute chart, the market opened, and I did have the 15-minute range lines on here, but I had to reboot the video for like the third time, and they ended up getting erased, and I just didn't put them back. But anyways, the market, it went up, pulled back, and we were still above VWAP. And when the market started taking off again, I had this trend line drew, and we went through it and pulled back. And when it pulled back, I actually got in. I felt confident enough that the market would continue higher. And once I entered the trade, I set a sell stop for 10 points. No need to get greedy. I could have shot for more, but 10 points is good. And on the NQ, it can jump 10 points in just a second or two. I mean, it's crazy how fast the NQ moves. But I took that trade, and that was my thought. I just felt like we was going to push on up, so I didn't trade no more. And look here, it pushed. It went all the way up here to this pivot point. Look there, and that's what I was talking about. Them pivot points. I mean, it went right to it. I mean, it might be through it by a penny, but it's crazy how those pivot points work. So, and now those pivot points was already on here, before the market had opened. And then it dropped. So I waited. I sat here all day and just watched it. I was trying to figure out some editing software and stuff, but I drew me a trend line down through here. And I actually thought that we was going to break back through right here because we had come down and made a new low, and then it just pushed up. It pushed a VWAP, failed, come back, and it come back to VWAP plus the trend line. They was met. So I thought, boy, if that sucker goes through, it'd be like it was yesterday, just push right back up to the highs. But it didn't. It failed, and it dropped again, and then it took back off. And I actually waited. It punched through the trend line, and I made separate videos on both my trades. I recorded them live as I was trading, and I made two separate videos. But anyways, I waited until it got through VWAP because we was so close, because there's still potential for it to run up here and hit VWAP and do this right here. It just fell. So I was a little skeptical. I waited, and when it punched through, it pulled back and it started taking off again. I got in, set my order for 10 points. I didn't get greedy. I was in the trade, 4 or 5 minutes maybe. That was about $800 trade. The other trade was about $2,000 this morning. Uh, but like I said, that's the only two trades I took all day. I wish every day was like that. I mean, I'd be tickled shitless if it was like that every day. But some days you go nuts. I mean, it happens. But again, and hopefully before too long in the future, I can be on here and trading live. I want to do it on YouTube. I was just trying to get my channel and stuff set up, and some of this filming stuff where it needs to be. And like I said, I'm gonna be down here in this corner, and I'm gonna put my wife over here. And she told me that we was just going to change the name to Larry and Tracy Trades. So it'd probably be like a comedy show. It'd probably be pretty good. Probably won't be much trading going on, but we'll see. But yeah, well, I want to get on here and make just a short video, and I'm gonna try to, like I said, I'm gonna try to make a video every day, whether I trade or if I don't, and just kind of give my opinion, an uneducated opinion from somebody that don't know squat about this mess. But for real, if you're wanting to get into this and learn, the markets, the strategies that I use, the 15-minute range, VWAP, the bull flag, the bear flag, those work on anything that you want to trade. If you want to trade penny stocks, if you want to trade big cap, small cap, those strategies work on all of it. I mean, if you learn the strategy, you can apply it to anything. I mean, it's the rule of 100. Rule of 100 says that if you do something for 100 hours a year or 18 minutes a day is what it breaks down to, that in a year's time you'll be 90% more efficient at it than most people. And again, it's just what's the word I'm looking for? An investment in yourself. Like I said, my journey has been, it's had more downs than ups, but, and I would like to eliminate that for some people. And you get on here, and there's a lot of people that teach you stuff, but they charge bukus of money for for all these courses, and I've bought them. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Some of them's been useful and some of them hadn't. But I mean, I've worked hard my whole life. I've always had a full-time job, but if I can help somebody, to better themselves or learn this and put a few bucks in their pocket, that's all I'm after. You know, it's good to help other people. Especially this day and age. The world's crazier than hell right now, and you need more people to stick together. So that is my goal, and I'm hoping when hoping when I get my better half on here that I mean I think it'll be good. Have two people on here, and we're both trading, and we'll be trading different, talking, and I think it might help some people. But again, catch y'all tomorrow.